Hey, we are in kind of a pretty place. We're in the southern part of Arizona, in the outskirts of Tucson, and we are headed to a friend's house to check out some intricate type work that he does.
Are you keeping secrets again?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, I guess I won't say much because I don't know what I can say.
Say whatever you want.
It'll be fun. Just come go with us. You'll like it. It's pretty interesting.
Okay, so I have wanted to come to this guy's place, to his shop, for several years. Kind of really ever since we started a YouTube channel and started putting up videos. And we were done with the survey roping yesterday and just kind of camped out in Casa Grande, and so we figured, what the heck, we'd run down here. And I made the mistake yesterday of telling him that we would come. And so today he called to see if we were coming. I don't know if it was a mistake or not.
Not a mistake, because it'll be fun. That's what we wanted to do. We've been wanting to do it. So sometimes you just have to go play once in a while. Oh, Reed, he's just hitting the, got to keep his nose to the grind. But yeah, we just got to do things like this now and then, because life is too short, way too short. Got to enjoy it while you can.
Okay, with that being said, we are close. I mean, like, we are within maybe a mile away from being to his shop. Some of you may find this more interesting than others, I don't know. This guy is pretty renowned in what he does in the equine industry. So let's go check it out. Look at all the cactus. This would be Shap leather, or Shap country for sure, if you were gathering cattle out of here. Okay, we're getting closer. Amy, you like all the cactus?
Yeah, I like all the cactus.
Of a mile,
It's pretty
turn
cool.
left onto North Gila Road.
Love it. Look at how thick it is.
Okay, here we are. We're here.
We're here. And guess what?
What?
It's nice and warm. I can almost take my jacket off.
You know
This
what?
is great.
I was gonna say it's a little bit hot. But right over there in front of us is the place that we have arrived at. So let's go meet this world-renowned bit and spur maker. We're gonna go ahead and tell you right now, that's where we're at. Alderson Bit and Spurs, Gordy Alderson. Hey, buddy.
How's everybody doing? Good to see y'all.
How are you?
Good to see you, Reed. Hi, Amy.
Hi. Good
This
to
is
see
the place, huh?
This is it. Yeah. There's cobwebs in here older than you.
Oh yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
Oh.
tell us all about it, and let's just get with it.
This used to be an old garage. Put some sheetrock up. Turned it into a bit shop about 25 years ago. I think right here. Been doing it now for about 30. And here's the shop. It's a little bit small. It's actually quite clean. It doesn't look clean because it's crowded.
Okay, let me just say the first thing that comes to my mind. Okay, I bet it gets hot in here.
Well, I got a swamper.
Oh, okay.
See right here.
Does it
And I even,
cool it pretty good?
pretty good. And I even got a backup.
A backup unit.
down.
I see that right there, right there.
Not new, but new to me.
Yeah.
Waiting for May 15th.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it gets a little warm.
Yeah, I'll bet it does.
Look at
But
all the
hey,
cool pictures.
Yeah, this is all
Wow.
stuff out of magazines and stuff.
A few of them have, you got some cool signatures there too, though.
Yeah, a few. And then here's one I seen the other day. A guy give me that. That's Old Haven.
there you go.
Yeah?
Yeah, I made him a bunch of stuff. He's a good feller.
Okay, so when you talk about performance bits, you're probably more, well, you make bits and spurs, but
Yeah.
But
Lots of bits, lots
maybe,
of spurs.
what do you think? More known for your bits?
Yeah, and the thing is, like, a lot of people, they need 5 or 10 or 15 bits, whatever. Everybody wants 15 pair of spurs, but they don't need 15 pair of spurs. So
Yeah.
probably for every 10 bits I make, maybe even 20, probably a pair of spurs, something
Okay,
like that.
okay.
A lot of head stalls these days, though.
Oh, you make a lot of
Do
head
you want
stalls?
fries with your Coke?
There you go. Where do you make
Or
the
with
head
your
stalls?
burger.
Right here?
Yeah, we just make buckles and put them on a good slide near something like
Oh,
that.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. My headstone maker's right over there in the corner.
He's kind of minding the business over there. That's the kind of guy you want to have, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he hadn't even looked over here.
No.
And we're even talking about him. And talking a little bit louder about him. And he's still, man,
He likes to keep
that's,
his head down.
that's
Yeah,
employee of the month right there
exactly.
type
He's
of deal.
not on Facebook.
Has he got earplugs in?
No, I don't know. Can't even really see him over there. He's kind of camoed.
Yeah.
Okay, so
anyways,
tell
I'll
us
show
what
you some
happens
bits.
here.
What we do is try to have some parts made up, like have some shanks around.
Okay.
Then I got a bin full of mouthpieces we make. And ideally,
Do you know where everything is in this shop?
pretty close.
If you need it, you can lay your hand on it.
Pretty close.
Okay.
I know when it's time to shave.
There
I know
you
where
go.
this is.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I got some spur shanks in here, different spur shanks, bunch of rowels up there. Just trying to have parts, as many as I can keep parts made up. And then people can obviously order whatever shank they want, whatever mouthpiece. But if a guy can stay ahead, I'm so far behind. But if a guy can stay ahead on parts, then you can.
How far behind are you? If I ordered a bit today.
Well, I'd make yours today because you're kind of a big deal.
How about that, Amy?
Don't get any ideas, Reed. I'm not moving you to the front of the
So,
line.
but hey,
You know,
anybody-
here's my deal. I try to keep a list. I try not to pick favorites, but I don't care if it's Trevor Brazil or Andy Gump. If they just bought a horse, or maybe that's the same guy. Hi, Trevor. And maybe they just bought a horse from somebody and they give 40, 50,000 for him and they're riding one of my bits and they call me and most people won't let the bit go with the horse.
Yeah, right.
So they're like, hey, I just bought this horse from so-and-so.
Riding with this bit.
And I'll slide them in there
Yeah.
a lot of times. And then, of course, as men, we forget that our wife has a birthday the same day every year. So you get Rodeo Joe calling you, hey, it's my wife's birthday in a week.
She wants this bit.
She wants this bit or this pair of spurs.
Can
or
you
something.
make it?
So then, and then you get graduations and you get awards and you get quite a bit of time sensitive stuff. And then actually the ones that usually get their stuff are the ones that the squeaky wheel kind of gets the grease. Because I get, like right before you pulled up, there was a guy called me and I think he'd ordered something last fall and I think I lost his card. So that happens. I just get going too fast, too much, But that's kind of how it works. Just throw you in line, and it gets to be damage control is what it seems like as much as anything. But it's all good. We're not supplying anti-venom. It's all going to be okay. It's kind of the way
I like
try to
that.
look at it.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that. He kind
Okay,
of reminds me
let's,
of my dad.
He does.
Well, look, he's got everything marked
Yeah.
in marker, just like my
Yeah.
dad did. Do you have
Yeah, and
a
I'll show
book
you
that
something
tells
cool
you where
over here.
everything is?
Like for letters, all these letters, I try and keep bins full of letters. Like here's the D's, E's, and F's. So what's kind of cool is I cut these dies out of tool steel with a little jeweler saw.
Uh-huh.
That's for like the side of a buckle. And then I temper them. And then I got this thing called the kit press. Bam.
Bam. You just made one right there.
Just made one. Don't have to cut it out. But brands, cursive names, all that stuff. You got to do a lot of stuff with a jeweler saw.
All this is that
In production. Yeah.
is that just inventory or is that
What we'll do is we'll take
Being
them,
made up.
being made up. We'll take them, clean them all up, turn the tops out, stamp my name, temper them up real good so they won't bend, and then just finish out that.
How do you temper them? Where do you temper them at?
I throw them in that forge, and I'd have to kill you.
Okay, don't tell me. Then.
We get them.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready to die today. So
like here's some swing arms
Yeah.
right here. We make all these. These are for spurs. Take this, drop that in there. This has already been made up. Well, we make it here, but that one's already made, obviously, and then whop that down in there, and then I'll just fuse that up with that welder, and that's the swing arm.
that's
for a
ready
spur.
right there.
Just got to
Did
weld.
you just waste that one for me?
No,
That one's done.
no, I got to
You can
weld.
pop
I
that.
got to weld it up, and
But
then
you got to put it on the spur.
Oh no, I'll show you how we do that. This is cool. So we'll grab a spur band here,
Okay.
and then we take a finish. Oh, you know what? I'm out of swing arms right now, so we'll pretend this one's finished.
Okay.
So he is lazy.
So if that had been welded and then tumbled,
Uh huh.
then I take one of these pins that's pre-cut, and we slide it in here,
Oh, gotcha.
drop it in there,
Then it welds on there.
and fuse weld it right there. So they're real clean, they're real tight, they're not a real big bulky swing arm. They work well.
Is there a
That's
difference?
stainless pin.
While you're talking about spurs, is there a difference between like the type of spur that a tie down roper wants, a rodeo guy,
Some of those
compared
guys-
to a guy that's punching cows?
Calf ropers, a lot of guys like that, 1.25 inches long.
Uh-huh.
Or if you're not real tall, like if you're shorter legged, you're gonna have way more contact. So
Yeah,
like
so
you would not
I'm
want
gonna
that.
I'm gonna need a bigger one.
Yeah,
I
you
would.
might as.
Amy does. Yeah.
Amy would, but like you, if you were,
Amy's could come back in
Yeah.
here a little bit.
if you were to go punch cows with those all day,
You'd be like wore out
you'd
because
be
you're
mad at yourself,
Yeah.
your horse, and me for even making them.
Yeah.
But like if you wanted like something like this,
There you go.
yeah, a little over 2 inches comes up, and then you got, 5 or 6 different kind of rowels to throw in there. You can have them sharp, you can have them dull.
Hey, so this is a full-time job for you.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I know you're behind, but I mean, this is it. This is what you do every day.
all day. Yeah,
All day, every day.
all day, every day.
You take any days off?
Well, I try to observe
Saturday,
the
Sunday
Sabbath.
off?
Try to observe the Sabbath the best I can.
There you go.
But every now and then I'll slip down here and build one Sunday morning to cover the tithe.
Uh-huh.
I think he understands.
Okay.
I hope. Grace gets us in, not works.
Hey, what have you got made up? What's that? I'm looking at a bit right here. You tell me which one I'm looking at.
This
No,
right,
I'm going a little further down.
right here?
I do like that one though. Yeah, no, the next one.
This one?
Yeah.
This is a bit.
Is that made for somebody?
This is gonna go to somebody. I made that for somebody. It didn't fit their situation, so they sent it back. I made them a different one. They just had a cross on there. So that's actually, I got that sold because he wrote it a couple times. So
Okay,
it's
I
brand
like
new.
this
And
one a
then
lot. What's that bit?
That's the correction bit. A guy ordered that from me. I'm not going to say his name on national television, but he didn't come
He didn't.
pick it up.
Really? So there it hangs.
I took his initials off.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of places to go with that.
Yeah, that could go a lot of places.
Yeah, exactly.
Here, Amy, you got your purse with you?
There you go.
Hey, so here, go ahead, Amy. What? Tell me how many. A lot of guys, and I probably don't know that I understand, but tell me the use of different mouthpieces. I mean, like that one right there. What would that?
It's like
what
a-
application would
it's
that
like
go in?
a lot of guys really like a correction mouthpiece. I don't ride them that much, but here's an
So
example.
this is you call that a correction
correction.
mouthpiece?
Yeah.
Okay.
For example, like 15 years ago, Fred Whitfield, he rode correction bits a lot. He leased a horse, I think, from Tom Epperson back in the 90s to take to the finals. And Tom had rode this sorrel horse with the same bit for probably forever. Fred leases the horse. You'd think he'd ride that same bit,
He wanted something.
but he
different.
put a correction in and won. Probably won the dang world. But he liked the way a correction felt in his hand. So it's almost as much, it's a compromise, because some guys do not like a whatever bit, but the next guy will buy that horse and he'll put, let's say he doesn't like a chain bit. just doesn't like the way they feel in his hand, and he doesn't like the way his horse works in it, he might sell that horse to you, and you love the way a chain feels. You'll put a chain bit on that horse. You guys get along fine. So it's a compromise there. But you know, a guy's really got to listen to the horse probably more than anything. Like I said, you don't have to have the right bit. You just can't have the wrong one.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of guys out there riding the wrong
So
bit.
how much changing up can you do with, like, say, one horse? Several different bits. If you find a bit that fits, works, do you always want to ride the horse with that? Or is it a little bit like he starts to anticipate what that bit's going to do, and then that bit is not as effective as if you change?
Bingo. But here's the deal, and this is kind of horsemanship 101. You put a horse in a different bit, it's hitting different spots, this and that's going on, he feels great. Well, if you forget about those things called your feet, which have spurs on them,
Yeah.
and you just go to pulling on this horse, I mean, you can take a horse and put them in a hackamore, and they feel amazing day one. By day 3, you feel like you're pulling on a cottonwood stump sometimes.
Yeah.
But though, like you see J.D. Yates, he'll ride everything with a hackamore. I guarantee you what, I bet he's got spurs on his boots. Because if they go to pushing on it, if you don't spur them off of it, pretty soon, you know, you're going to have credit card debt. So, you know, I mean, it just... So a guy can do a lot, but I've also had a lot of people that, like, I've got a long shank chain bit. It's uglier than homemade sin. This bit right here, this one's used, but this bit right here is 10.5 inches long. It's just got a chain mouthpiece. It's got a lot of weight, a lot of shank, but it also has a lot of purchase. So
You're talking, when you say purchase, right up here.
Mm-hmm, right there. And so it has a tendency to make one. A seesaw is a 1-to-1 ratio. Out on the end of a digging bar, you got leverage.
Yeah.
So if I put this mouthpiece a 1/2 inch or an inch higher, you have got a really rank bit, even though it's just got a chain mouthpiece. If I drop that down even lower, now you're back towards a seesaw, a 1-to-1 ratio. A snaffle's a 1-to-1 ratio. It's direct pull. So, but this bit right here, I've had more people than I can count. Somebody's having trouble with a head horse, in the field, in the corner, wherever, facing, getting on his left hind leg in the corner, and they'll throw this on and fix him in 2 runs.
Okay, so let me ask you this: if you fix a horse with this in a run,
Yeah.
maybe 2 runs, how long does it take me when you
Depends
go
on
back
the
to what he's been using to
Well,
where he's like, okay, I got to put that back on
If
him
a guy's there's a lot of guys that are really good hands and they swap stuff around, and there's a lot of guys that are really good hands and they'll always keep one spurred off that bridle. If he gets to push on it all, boycott the run. If you're practicing, keep him soft. Might ride the same bit on a horse for 15 years. And then there's other people that, you know, they like to switch them up and keep them. I mean, you could eat a ribeye every night, but every now and then you might want.
I could eat a ribeye every night.
Yeah, but if you ate a ribeye every night for 30 days and somebody said, hey, how about a T-bone? You'd be like,
How about some top ramen? You might just say,
no,
yeah.
I don't eat like that. But you might eat a New York strip and some shrimp.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but you can't eat a ribeye every night
Yeah.
because it's made with beef. Yeah. Don't get me started on politics. That is a buckle. I don't make many of them.
I just saw that hiding down there.
Haven't engraved it yet. That's for a guy. It's Frank Placencia number 4. So it's FP4.
Where's that
Fourth
buckle
generation.
going on? What?
That'll go on about a 3-year-old's belt buckle.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Or a guy that's got him a little belly going on, maybe.
Guys love that buckle
Look
there.
I'm pretty.
Yeah, you're pretty close.
You see what mine is? It's an old Heston buckle.
You
How
know
about
what? I love it. I've always thought those were kind of, but it's
Amy, come on.
retro.
It's retro buckle. It's a little bitty.
I was probably watching.
It's a kid's buckle. I've lost 17 pounds in the last little bit, so I can probably go back to a big buckle again now.
But you know what? Even when you don't have a gut, smaller buckles.
I like the little buckles. I like them.
Yeah, I think they might be kind of coming back.
I think they are.
Yeah.